Hello my banner pals and welcome back. If you're new here, thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design and today I am doing my one little word for February. The prompt for this month was vision board, and Lucretia in the class, who was leading the class, came up with the other idea of doing a bingo card. I loved this, so this is going to be my vision board. Now I know it looks very linear. That's what I needed right now. I can't right now. That's what I needed. That's what I needed right now, and that's okay. My plan is that this will be a flip out. So in case you don't know, my album is a half letter, and my plan is that I punch here, fold here, this will fold in. I'm going to cut this down here. This will go on the front. This will go on the back, but I'm going to put an acetate overlay in here. This is the plan. Acetate overlay here so that I can put a little dot or something on here and then I can still see what's underneath it. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I just realized that that one says the same thing twice. That's okay. And the other thing is, I think what I'm going to do, I have another piece. This will be my base piece, because what I think is I'm going to put these on here, but I'm going to cut out 3 of the sides, have these flip up, and then write a little bit of journaling underneath as to what the photo is about. Because some of them are self-explanatory, but some of them I want a bit more details on. So that is what I'm thinking right now. That's what I'm thinking right now. So I think the first thing that I need to do is cut this in half. First thing that I need to do is cut this in half, because I need that to be cut in half so that I'm going to take a little bit off both ends, because then it can fit in the middle. So that I'm looking for. So this will be my base. I need a bigger one. Never mind. I need a bigger one. That's no good. There. And then I get my scoring tool. I score that at 5.5. And then we foldy. Oh, look at that. That scored beautifully. I'm going to take, again, so this is, it's going to fit in the album this way. So as you flip, holes here, so I need to cut about a 1/2 inch off there. Let's start with a 1/2 inch and see how we go. That will go there, again, holes and flip outs or something. That will go there. That will go there. So I need to cut a little bit off this one as well. Yeah. And then on the back will be that with the acetate. I need to get the acetate. Oh, that's not big enough. It's not big enough. Oh, you know what I could do? Hang on, I'm just thinking. Or just regular tape. I don't know what it would look like with regular tape on there. I'm just going to put this on and just see what I think it looks like with regular tape. I don't think you can really see that, can you? I'm going to do it. I don't want to waste another sheet of acetate. And I think that would be perfect. Okay. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So I'm going to put you on voiceover and then we'll be back in a bit. All right, so you can see here that I'm just going to put this is just like regular tape, like regular, just like sellotape, question mark, on to the paper to keep the transparency on the top of it. And then I'm going to attach that to the back of the base page. Now, I did make a mistake here. Can you see my mistake? This has holes in it, and I'm going to punch the holes and then realize that then the transparency won't flip, so I have to cut the transparency. Things that sometimes just take a little longer. In essence, the whole project was just like, yes, this all makes sense. And then I was like, oh my God, this is just so much harder. Sometimes the craft projects work with you and sometimes they work against you. This was definitely a working against me day. In hindsight, what I should have done was just used the paper here with the photos on as my base paper, and then cut that and then put the white paper behind it. That's what I should have done. I did everything backwards, and that's just how life is sometimes. And you'll see why that's not a good idea in a second when I tell you about the problems I'm going to have adhering this down. Because remember, I want to do flip-ups. I want to do flip-ups, and I have to pivot and do something else. So I have made a crucial error in that these photos are far too big to do the flip-up because I'm not going to have enough space to adhere the paper down. I would have had I left this and punched it afterwards, but I didn't, and then I haven't got any here. So my other options are to cut them up and lay them on and do the flip-ups that way, which I am considering, or I can leave them as is, adhere them down and put a little tag in all of them, or I just adhere them down and be done with it. And I'm like, I can just put a little strip on top, or I can write directly on the things. And I want to do all of those. And I want to do all of those. My feeling right now is that I want to do pullouts. I'm going to do pullouts. So I'm going to adhere these. I'm going to figure out where I want my pullouts. I think at the top, at the side, at the top, at the side. So here you can see me, I'm just taking my slice tool and my metal ruler, and I'm kind of flipping back and forth between a side pocket and a top pocket. And I'm cutting the paper that I'm going to use as little tabs to pull out tabs. I'm cutting that just to see if I like the idea. And I do end up liking the idea, and I do love the finished product. The finished product looks great. I love the project. It's great. But oh my goodness, the things you have to pivot to when you make a mistake on something like this. Now, could I have just reprinted the photos? Yes. Could I have cut the photos and just made flip-ups that way? Yes. Is that what I wanted to do? No. So I'm just going to take the pages and just do little pockets. I just do little pockets, again, just taking a little slice into the side of the photos just to get a little pocket that I can slide the tabs into. And you can see I'm just like adhering those down. I still have to trim more off the photos. So smaller photos would have been a great idea. I'm just checking that all of the holes, slices, whatever we're going to call those, the little tabs, the slices are going to be okay for the photos to go into. And yeah, I just, you just sometimes have just one of those days where nothing goes right with a project, and that was this project this month, and that's okay. It all worked out in the end. So you can see me here, I'm flipping back and forth so that I can see where I want to put the adhesive on so that it would stick down, but leave the photo area free for the page tag to like pull in and out of. I do end up putting the little strip of paper back on where the holes are punched. I do punch the holes out later, but yeah, and I'm trying to decide here what I'm going to use for my tabs. I wanted to use the little Avery index tabs, but I don't have enough of the little 1-inch ones. which would have been perfect, but you know, things that you need to buy from Amazon. So in the end, I just go into my stash. I use matte photo paper for the little tags, the little tab pullouts, and I use some black, I don't know where these were from. I think they were either from Dollar Tree, or I'm just thinking like Target, Walmart, some kind of stationery aisle kind of product. And I just put one of those on, and then I end up just folding it over for my little pull-out tab. Initially, I thought I was going to use like the full size, but that just would have looked weird. So I kind of go back to the drawing board, take one of the little labels, and then I just fold it over. I fold it over, and I don't kind of fold it over on the finished product. What I do is cut it and then use the black border on both. Black border, for lack of a better word. And I just like the way that kind of sits at the top of the photo. So yeah, I end up doing that. So I'm going to go off camera and do this because it took far too long. Like, this whole thing that you see here on film took 45 minutes, not counting the time that I went off camera and cut all the little tabs, all the little, you know, the little pull-out tabs, did all the little pull-outs for everything, then did the journaling. It was a process. Again, when things go wrong with crafting projects, they really do sometimes just go completely wrong. And that was me this month. All right, I'm finished. That took far too long. So I've got my little thing in here for my monthly. I just decided that I was going to cut this. I like these dividers. I just don't like this bit in the middle. And I don't know how to fix that right now. So I've just cut it and put it in like that. And that's fine. So I've got my vision board here, which is a flip out. Each one of them has a little tab in describing what the photo is about. And they all pull out in different directions, which is kind of fun. So I've got all of those there. And then on the back, I've got my bingo card with the acetate flip up. So my plan is when I've finished something on there, I can use a little dot and put the dot on there. And I'm going to put this one on. I know some of them are the same thing, like non-black clothing, because I want to do multiples of them. And yeah, so that's why those are on there. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and then go watch this video.